This is another video related to banks I contacted. So in this playlist can be seen that I sent five emails to banks, 8 banks in Serbia, because I needed info on money stolen from my household by a monstrous murder of 3 members of my family. She also poisoned 3 kids. So this is that monster. Moron and the Jared, this is her sister who gave guarantees for her. So after I contacted these banks and they haven't answered, I then stopped contacting them. So they had 15 days legal time frame to answer. So I'm not going to contact them anymore. I'm now creating video for each bank separately. I created video for NLB Bank, and I just created video related to Bank Poštanska štedionica, state-owned bank in Serbia, and I'm now creating video on AIK Bank. So it can be seen here in the description of this playlist, which are the banks that I contacted, and of course more details are given in these 5 videos. There is 6th video related, so these 5 videos again are related to emails, describe emails I sent to banks. There is 6th video related to Slovenian ambassador. So NLB Bank is Slovenian bank. After they didn't answer, of course I contacted Slovenian ambassador in Belgrade, and if he doesn't answer, I will then contact Slovenian government. That's video on email I sent him. So I'm now searching emails I sent to AIK Bank. So this is the only thread. So this is first email, second, third, fourth, fifth, and 6th is the one I sent to Slovenian ambassador. So this corresponds to, in this order, chronological order from oldest to newest. So this is the oldest. So in order I just showed, and of course emails to ambassadors are not shown here because I will create a separate playlist related to them, to emails sent to ambassadors in Belgrade related to these banks. So main offices of these banks are located in those countries to which I'm going to send emails. So I'm going to send emails to ambassadors of these countries. Okay, so these were emails I sent to that bank. Now I'm going to check out vice versa. So emails they sent me, I think there was only one email that they sent me, only one email, and they yeah. Okay. So they didn't want to answer in the same email communication or email thread, whatever. But anyways, so they answered only after I contacted them by phone and asked them to confirm that they received my email. They confirmed they received it and that they will answer. First thing that can be noticed here is that there is no name or person in charge. This is done when somebody, as I explained in other of my videos, not just related to banks but to other institutions, even private companies. So when somebody doesn't put his or her name as a person in charge, that means that person is doing something illegal. And of course I stated explicitly that I want name of person in charge. So some banks of course answered, gave name of person in charge. So that's the first thing, and more details, as I just explained, are given in these 5 videos on what I asked. So this is what they answered, and I'm just going to, I don't know, so after I'm finished with this email I will explain who is owner of that AIK bank. He is a local mobster. If you search here, I cannot find this radioactive fertilizers. I cannot find that anymore. So if you search about this guy, there are a lot of, well, not really a lot of, but some articles on how he got rich. He's again not local. I was wrong. So he's international criminal, and I'm about to explain why after I'm finished with this email, translating this email. So maybe I should first give a time reference. So this is time and date, 9th of November 2023. So let's see what they answered. Some anonymous. Thank you for contacting us. I will, with respect or respectfully, I will omit this. Okay. Respected. Okay, so I'm going now to translate this, run it through translator, and fix if something needs to be fixed. So AIK Bank on October. So this is first email. This is when I sent first email, 18th of October 2023. Hereafter, the bank received your address. This was actually my request by electronic means regarding the request for the delivery of data on a third party. Okay. So I asked if they have, if that monster was saving money using this bank. So after reviewing your address and having checked around, so the bank first of all informs me that in accordance with paragraph law on banks, the following are considered bank secrets: data known to the bank related to personal data, financial status, blah 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 blah. date and balance, blah blah blah, other data, blah, blah, blah. Okay, from your article stipulates that the bank and members of its bodies, blah blah blah, bank's external auditor and other persons who due to nature of they perform have access to data, blah blah blah, cannot communicate to third parties. So they constantly imply that I'm third party, while I explained in a lot of details in these 5 emails, which are described in these 5 videos, that I am acting as state prosecutor because state prosecution ignored me. So this is according to the law on criminal proceedings, or more precisely, right on criminal proceedings right, or procedures right, right as in human rights. So you create rights based on laws. Okay, so or to use them against the interest of the bank and its clients, nor can they give third parties access to the data, except in the case within of the specific client. Yes, of course, she won't give approval to get this data. At the same time, article or law on banks provides for exception to the ability to keep bank secret, which does not include this address. So they won't, bearing in mind that we do not have the written consent of the client, blah 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 blah. It is unable to make the data question available to you for all information. Blah 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 blah. Okay, I don't know if I answered this. No, I haven't. So this was sent on 26th of October, and I need to check out what I sent afterwards. So after 26th of October, so I sent this, and before that I sent this. So 23rd of October, this was for LMB, this was for OTP Bank, and I asked everyone to answer within the same communication, email communication. So after, yeah, this is bank that I omitted. Actually, yeah, this is October 24th of October. So next was on, so this was the that's UniCredit Bank. Okay, so this was 30th of October for all the banks except OTP Bank, because they answered, they gave final answer, and I reminded them that it's the time frame for answering is 15 days. So this is also, it says for all the banks. So and of course AIK Bank is addressed here. So is U.S. Department of Justice, Washington Field FBI, Interpol. There should be Interpol here, or maybe I omitted them. Yeah, they're at the end. And there should, yeah, here's AIK Bank. So this was also related to them. I was also addressing them here. So so the lawyer of the bank didn't have the guts to answer, this is related to OTP Bank. Maybe I should have created video on OTP Bank first, but anyways. So I asked them kindly to confirm or deny in their answers if I'm acting as supreme prosecutor, highest instance of prosecution, or not. And I wanted a lawyer of the bank to answer, and of course name and last name of a person in charge. Yeah, I addressed them specifically here, not like AIK Bank and LB Bank did. So without that, your answer doesn't have any sense. Doesn't make any sense. And this is about OTP Bank. Okay, I explained everything in that video related to this email, so I'm not. That was the last email, the last video. So this one. So I explained everything, all other details. So obviously they could not confirm this. OTP Bank also could not confirm this, and it will be seen in other videos that I'm about to create about for each bank separately, that none of the banks have the guts to confirm or deny, and especially OTP banks. So Hungarian bank, OTP, their answer is hilarious what they wrote. So I will create video about them right after I'm finished with this video. So that was the translation of that email. So I don't need this anymore. And of course, as can be seen, they haven't answered afterwards. This is why I didn't answer their email in that thread, but I answered it in that email which I sent to all the banks. I addressed them specifically, mentioned them specifically. So again, only one email that's sent to me by that bank. And now I'm going to explain who this guy is. MIODRAG KOSTIK, this piece of shit. So he's an international criminal. This is about him. Well, this is polished. A lot of details are missing. So this was written by somebody. I mean, he not probably, but definitely paid for this to be written, which shows how that Wikipedia is actually controlled. It's not free. If it is free, this would not happen. People would be free to add a lot of very compromising details, which I'm about to expose now. So he is also humanitarian, and it says here that he gave, actually was part of building a house in so-called children village in Kraljevo. So children without parents, orphans. I mean, he stole millions of euros, and this is like 200,000 of euros. Obviously, this is written by somebody who is paid by this guy. So again, international criminal. Blah blah blah. Okay. This is about so-called scientists from Petnica, which is controlled by United States federal government. They are stealing gifted children from Serbia. And I think I found here oncology. Yeah. Yes, so he gave his family's house to Institute for Health Care for Children and Youth of Vojvodina. And this was also related to Institute for Hematology and Oncology. So he helps people who have cancer, but on the other hand, he is okay. So this is really, I mean, it's not funny. It's sad. So let's see what it says here. So this is the tabloid. So it says here, MK Group. He is the owner of that group. Is a distributor or representative of Monsanto. So Monsanto, I don't think I need to say anything more, so this is enough, more than enough. This is another one of not so many articles about this guy. He's mentioned here in extremely negative context related to GMO. So I'm not going to translate this. I will just show the whole article in case it disappears. Okay, so I need also to mention the author, Vuk Stanic. So that was about that guy. So some rubbish, blah 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 blah. This is very important, so I will get to this at the end. Let's see what else I have here. Yeah, yes. So he is also a member of Trilateral Commission. Real piece of shit. This is on AIK Bank. Some history. It was a state bank before he bought it. And this is the most important part. So he bought it in 2015, and that bank also bought Slovenian bank Gorenjska. So Gorenjska bank in 2016, which means this bank is also international, based in Serbia, but international. So AIK bank is international. Blah 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 blah. This is his wife, ex-wife. So designer, quoted, when you cannot do anything else, any serious job, you're a designer. She was married also to Lothar Matthäus, that football or soccer player, whatever, and he was afterwards trainer. I think that's the right term. In Serbia, this is when they got hooked up. I think this is the right word. So she's also designer, so Mariana, born in 1971, and the people who are using their creations quoted are some real pieces of shit. So she's half Tsigani, by the way. So some local singers, bar singers, and wannabe journalists, this piece of shit. I don't have a picture of this. So wannabe actresses and hosts and so on and so on. This is another piece of shit, Vesna Dedic. This is another piece of shit. So piece of shit wannabe actress. I think she's okay, sort of. It's a singer. Okay, so it says here Lothar Matthäus. So that was she married him for some short period of time, as far as I remember. And that piece of shit, so he's international criminal. I will explain why international right away in that very important article related to this moron. Just look at this piece, this moronic face. And he was also involved in similar artist, Natasha Bekvalac, Kole, so and she was also married, so that's her. So they were in a relationship, and you just in cases like this, you just need to ask yourself, would any serious man, family man, be ever in a relationship with a bar singer? Never. Never will even know that type of person, so-called public worker. Okay, so this is association for association related to fighting organized crime and corruption. It's a dedication to this lady, Verica Barać, who was was fighting. She died of cancer. She was trying to fight corruption in Serbia. But you will see now that behind that corruption are pieces of shit from foreign embassies, foreign governments. In the first place, United States government. You can see this. You could also see this in that article from the tabloid that I closed on GMO, and also pieces of shit from EBRD, European Bank for Reconstruction and Development. So it says here, oh, I cannot select it. Anyways, so so that bank that she bought, AIK Bank, is the basis of his power. This is what it says here. And the one this explains how he illegally, by hiding his identity, was buying, I think that's the right word is stocks of the bank. Okay, I need to check out this. Bank shares. Okay, I was close. So this part explains how that piece of shit was buying the shares of the bank by hiding his identity. So, but this is the most important part. The one who enabled him to buy all these shares was European Bank for Reconstruction and Development, which gave him gave him money. This is loan, I think. This is the correct term. They loaned him money. One was one in first go. There was $80 million for advancing agricultural production, and the second the second one was 10 million euros for one of the sugar factories he bought for some ridiculous money. I don't know, like €1. One of sugar factories. This is why they call him here King of Sugar. And finally, EBRD gave him in third go 50 million euros. So this is how he got in power. And when talking about other pieces of shit who got in power by intervention of international institutions, organization and whatnot, I need to mention this piece of shit. So he is now Minister of Interior. So this piece of shit, and here is the explanation how he got into power by United Nations enabling, let him smuggle coffee during United Nations sanctions on Yugoslavia and primarily Serbia during the civil war in the 90s. So this is what those international institutions do, or European Union, and so on and so on. Real piece of shit, moron, stupid fucks and degenerates. Okay, so there are a lot of other details. What he owns, a lot of hotels. I mean, Forbes. Let me see. Yeah. So Forbes magazine stated that he is the richest man in Serbia, owning more than 520 million euros, and so on and so on. So he also was given a lot of loans by, he never returned that, by Serbia, by the state of Serbia. He also had a lot of property, bought a lot of property in Ukraine. This is what people from this organization or association for fighting organized crime and corruption stated here. Let's see if there is something else. Yeah, he was hooked with democratic Democratic Party, political party, with the former assassinated Prime Minister of Serbia, Zoran Đinđić, who was a male slut. I'm going to create a video on that separately. So he was just changing the parties. He was not really member of political parties that were in power, but he was financing them. Typical scheme. Okay, this is how he was able to buy all these hotels and resorts and so on and so on. So not just sugar factories. This is about malversations. I don't know if I can use this word. Frauds committed within that AIK bank, how they're stealing from people, and so on and so on. And he is recently good with the political party which is now in power. Of course, that political party is deeply Serbian Progressive Party, Serbian quoted Progressive Party. They are deeply in international organized crime. I explained that in a lot of my videos. I have 51 cases of international organized crime related to Serbia, and most of these crimes are related to that party. So this is the Carnex. This is factory, meat factory. They were producing and they're still producing very nice pâtés. I think this is the word. Okay. This is about Ukraine. So so that was about crimes he committed. And finally, something very important I saved for the end. So he was born in 1959 in family of driver and cook. So his father was driver and his mother was cook. They came from Nikšić, which is city in Montenegro. So he's actually from Montenegro. And there is another piece of shit from Montenegro. So Templar Knight, this piece of shit, who is behind the frauds committed in Cadastre, where a third of my property was given to monstrous murder of 3 members of my family who also poisoned 3 kids. This is okay, so they changed this. In other videos where I searched for this was first, these 2 were first, then this was below, so they changed this. And this as well, so this, actually I mean this is important, but this is totally unrelated. Okay, so that was another Montenegro, not Montenegrin, but Montenegro, and I will just quickly show that some Montenegrins. That was a group. They were some, I don't know, like pop rap, something like that. So this is how people from Montenegro call themselves. So not Montenegrins, but Montenegrins. I don't know if this is offensive, and I don't care, but this is how they call themselves. Okay. So this guy, this piece of shit is actually from Montenegro. This is why he's doing what he's doing, destroying Serbia, destroying people in Serbia, because he doesn't feel like Serbia, he doesn't see Serbia as his homeland. And a lot of these pieces of shit from Montenegro who came here are doing the same thing. So they occupied Serbia. Okay, so let's see what's next. So his parents are from Nikšić, city in Montenegro. He started private business right after studies. He studied economy, which is rubbish. I mean, that's nothing. No serious people study economy. Actually, he was selling I don't know how to translate this. Raw material, whatever. So he was transporting raw material to one of these sugar factories that he later bought. He started being active in politics, I mean geopolitics, as very young. He was, and this is very important, member of Communist Youth of Yugoslavia, then what's the right term? Okay, I need to translate this. Maybe alliance of communists, something like that, but sort of alliance, whatever. So he was die-hard commie. Then he has his own political party, blah blah blah, without success. And then he met former and assassinated Serbian Prime Minister Zoran Đinđić, who was male whore, and this is when he started everything. He was doing dirty work and then financing political party of Zoran Đinđić. So that would be all regarding that piece of shit. And as you can see, it is impossible that European Bank didn't know that he is homie, but they helped him get into power. And another piece of shit who is directly related to monstrous murders of 3 members of my family, he is protected, and through him former ambassador William Dale Montgomery in Serbia, former ambassador of the United States, is so this piece of shit Ivkovic is protected. So they are of course not directly related to monstrous murders of my family, but they cannot be mentioned in such a negative context. This is the whole point. So this guy Branislav Bane Ivkovic, who convinced Milosevic to surrender to Hague, and this is the link to United States ambassador. I'm not going into details because I explained that already. So he's also die-hard commie, and he's supported by England, by UK. So with England, of course, UK is officially fighting against communism, but they're actually unofficially supporting communists big time. So these two pieces of shit, they're very powerful, are best examples. So this piece of shit, I really cannot look this picture, really, I mean. And the other is that Bane Ivkovic, real moron, and real, both of these two pieces of shit are real morons and stupid fucks. Okay, so that was all regarding AIK Bank and internationally organized criminal MIODRAG Kostic Kole. Let's see if I forgot something. No, I think that would be all.